power of Thor. The power of Thor to be bestowed upon those who drank this very unusual and special beverage of mead.
The might of the thunder god Thor, for which we named Thursday, that seems a little out there to me personally. You know, power of Thor from honey, what's essentially honey, and time. Time the concept, not time the herb.
Well, as I've said, and who people know about me, that I feel like I'm really in tune with, you know, the pulse of the universe. And I do know. I mean, Thor was a real thing. I mean, people mess it up when they talk, but it is all connected, man. It's all connected. From Thor to all the other gods. It's all one thing, man. Anyway, I digress. Will it work? Will it give us the power of Thor? You know, I hope so, but I guess we'll find out. I'm not too confident. I've never seen stranger shit, actually. So this would be it. This would be the craziest thing ever. But you know what? There's only one way to find out.
So first, why don't you just introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are.
Hey, they call me Emilio, and I am a seeker of truth. I travel from place to place, seeking out the special understanding of the universe that can be found there. And I learned early on that the way to open your eyes to the truth is through beer and through alcohol and through all types of mind opening substances, because the truth is there to be seen. All you have to do is be able to see it. Most people, they walk around, they're half blind. They don't see what's actually there for the universe of the connections, the spirits from the old and the new and the gods and the extraterrestrials, and it's all connected, man.
Yes, I too agree as well. My name is Joseph Ignatius. It was Joseph Smith, but I feel like Ignatius more correctly identifies my roots. Patrick, he's known me for a few years now. You know, it's good to know a guy like me. I speak at least 37 languages, depending on the day. I've been a student of life for a very long time, longer than most. I may be young, but I went to college right after I got out of homeschool at age 13, and I've never left. I take odd jobs, but that's who I am, and Patrick values my resource, me as a resource, you know. And so yeah, he said, hey, there's this scroll, and no one but you being me, could possibly identify it. And I said, you know what, you're right.
Hi, I'm Patrick. Well, I was a home brewer. The NHBICHCH national champion for 2 years in a row. I was diagnosed with celiac disease. It's a terrible disease. It's not taken nearly seriously enough. Really wreaks havoc on people's anyway. I know Paul. What did you say his name was? No, his name's Paul. His name's Paul. His name's Paul. Uh, he drives a Mustang. Don't, I mean... What, Enrique? What? His name's Paul. I met Paul, and he taught me about mead. Mead is just honey, water, and yeast. And so that was pretty exciting, and it was something that I could brew at home, something that I could compete with. And so I really kind of sank my teeth into it and jumped in with both feet. So we started making mead, and after a while, he told me this story about the Faroe Islands.
The story of the Faroe Islands. Yeah, this will blow your mind, man. So once I was out, so up north of Scotland, there's these islands called the Shetland Islands, and I heard about them. And they got these little itty bitty horses there called Shetland ponies. You may have heard of them. They come from these islands. And I had heard the story of the elixir of the Shetland Islands, the special beverage that the people drank there, that somehow gave them the insight and the knowledge and the ability to create these little tiny horses. And so I was there, I was searching for it, and I was going from place to place. And there's many islands, and I was in my little boat, going from one island to the other, and then there was this great storm came upon me, and I was washed away, and it was like I thought for sure I was dead, and I was washed far to the north, and outside of land, and I had lost my oars. I was adrift. I thought for sure I was going to die. I had no supplies except for a bottle of mezcal and a 1/4 ounce of indica, and I didn't know what else I was going to do. And excuse me a second, it just reminded me. You mind if I light up a J? This is bringing back a lot of memories. So I floated. I floated for what seemed like ages. It was days. I don't know how long it was. I was exhausted. I was dehydrated. I was on the verge of death. And somehow I washed up on the shores of one of these little islands. These islands up in the Faroe Islands. And there was a woman, and she dragged me out of my boat up on the beach, and she nursed me back to health. And the salt had corroded my eyes, so I couldn't see anything, but I knew that there was a woman there. And she nursed me back to health, and as soon as my strength was back, she came to me at night. And we made the best sex I'd ever had. It was amazing. I just got to tell you, it was amazing. And then I woke up rejuvenated, and I found that she was this really, really old woman, which first I was a little bit put off, but then I realized that that's just my preconceptions about what's supposed to be beautiful, And she was beautiful, and I got the sense, although we didn't speak the same language, she connected with me and I connected with her. And then I passed out again, and when I awoke, she was gone. And all that was left was this scroll, this piece of paper with strange writing on it. And I don't know what it is. I don't recognize the language. So I've carried it with me ever since, in memory of that beautiful soul who saved my life.
I didn't know what it was at first, but I did recognize it a little bit. A friend of mine from college is a professor in Nordic antiquities and linguistics, right? So super brainy guy, super nerdy guy, kind of out there. But I remember him having shit like this all the time when we were in college. And so I gave him a call and sent him a couple of photographs.
With the never mind. What's important is the scroll was a masterpiece from at least 4,000 years ago, if not much more so. And it only took me a little bit. He sent me a picture. I didn't actually see it, but for some people that'll be a problem. For me, not so much. You know, I adapt. I translated it very nicely.
You believe that the scroll is authentic?
So, I believe that the scroll is authentic. The scroll shows every sign of being authentic. The perforation of the edges, the color of the paper. I couldn't identify the material exactly because I only got a picture. But again, not a problem for me.
And sure enough, he was able to kind of look at it, figure out what it was, identify the language, translate it, and lo and behold, it was a recipe for mead. A 4,000-year-old recipe for mead written by Thor. Yeah, so it says that it's supposed to give us or transfer the powers of Thor, but no. To me, it's just interesting to make something kind of historical, you know, something super old.
It's 9.5 months.
How has it been waiting for 9.5 months? Well, I've been on quite a journey. I've been meditating about this for a long time, but continuing on my journeys, discovering new and interesting civilizations and people and beverages and intoxicants. I think had a really good ayahuasca experience down in Peru, and was thinking about the beer and about Thor. And I think I felt like I communicated with the gods of the Norse gods. I think I felt like they knew of me and I knew of them. It's been quite a time while I've been waiting, but it's been pretty awesome.
It's, you know, I've had a lot of anticipation. I'm not going to lie to you. It's we're expecting a lot, and it's coming up. It's going to happen soon.
It's been hard, you know. It's like living the same day over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day. You just kind of wait and hope and wait. Do I think it's gonna work? I mean, I had to think a lot about it, you know, and I went back and forth. And then at the end of the day, what I realized was I had to decide what I was going to do if it did work. You know, I haven't done much with my life. And so I decided that if this worked, I was going to change things. I'm going to embrace it. And I think I'm going to try and be a worthy hero for everyone, for the people, you know, for people who need it, for people who are struggling, you know. Yeah, I think that a lot of things would change if there was if the world had a hero like Thor, you know. Obviously, I don't want to steal his thunder. You know, so I'm not gonna do the hammer thing. You know, I bought a sword. Yeah, you want to see it? All right. Hold on. Think it's gonna work?
Do I think it'll work? Do I think that we will be imbued with the power of Thor? You know, 9 months ago, I wouldn't have thought so, but, you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling like I've become like the Norse gods are. Like I'm already part of the way there because I've acquired my, you know, understanding of the way all those, you know, celestial, spiritual, universal connections are. I'm halfway there, so I really feel like this. Yeah, maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll work. I'm very optimistic.
So, now that we've consumed the... Did I see the scroll?
Yeah, yeah. So, any of you guys feeling like Thor yet?
Not yet.
I mean, I'm already...
Careful with it, man. I've been carrying this around for a long time.
Wow, just in your pocket like that too, huh? Okay.
We are. Yeah, you can't sweat small shit, man. You just gotta. That's the way I roll. And the scroll and me, we roll together.
Especially for the age. It's the exact opposite of what we're saying.
In what way? What do you mean?
It's
Sif my love, imbibe this brew, imbibe my seed, feed your loins, love our child.
Young. Like, I like the yeast taste. I don't mind.
Hey, did you guys send a picture of this section? This at the bottom? This,
I thought I sent everything. Why?
it was kind of like rolled up. It's probably... You might have a problem. So my translation, although accurate, may not have been complete. And this may have a different effect on our bodies than we were expecting. But, you know, it is in some ways more powerful than what we thought it was going to be. So we should really just take this in stride as it was, and we are going to become pregnant.